this is going to be, let's see.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, so this is going to be our mini love read. So let me go ahead and update the list. The list is still open if you guys are interested. Let's see. You guys get a free coaching session, or be put in a giveaway for that if you guys are interested. Let me see. Let me see. Put it in the chat. If you guys are interested, you guys can still book a reading tonight. Names will be added to the list. Okay. Alright, so let's start the list. First person I have is, let's see. Anonymous A. Okay, Jennifer, I see you. Let's see, yours. I think yours is a singles. Okay, so maybe Jennifer. Alright, and let's see, Anonymous A. Okay. Let's see, Anonymous A. Where is your... Okay. Alright, this is about your crush. Let's see, what is the energy? Alright, Holy Spirit. Ooh, okay. I'm using my little romance, my little bootleg version. Romance Angels. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Alright. The crush in question. What is it that she needs to know? Okay. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Tower. Okay. I feel like Spirit's saying to be a little bit more open. It doesn't have to be like throwing yourself on this person or being desperate or extra thirsty, nothing like that. But being a little bit more open. I feel like be practical though. It's not like you gotta try to be loud or put it, you know, make it too much. I feel like just a little touch is cool. The Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Tower. You might be surprised by the response that you get if you're a little bit more forthcoming. But I'm not, again, like, it doesn't have to be like you saying, oh, I'm interested in you, or oh, I have a crush on you. It's like, you know, being more friendly with this person. Maybe, you know, like you're trying to get to know this person as a person, you know, not so much like, oh, I'm trying to get a date out of the situation. Why are these cards flying everywhere? It doesn't gotta be all like that. Let's see. You deserve love. You are lovable. So yeah, like, could also be a self-esteem thing too, where Spirit is saying like you might sell yourself short or discount yourself or count yourself out or kind of play in the shadows with Spirit and saying like, remind yourself that you're deserving of love. And it doesn't mean that just because this is the person that you're interested in, meaning that you're going to be with them, especially if it's not meant for you, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be open to what it is that you want. You know, it never hurts to try, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. Getting to know each other. Yeah, there's like a block. I get this feeling that you and this person may be, what's the right word? Kind of guarded. Like they're a little guarded just by nature, I feel like, and then you might be. It might be something where it's like Spirit's calling you to come out of this. It could be like, let's say for instance, like a part of you might have like a side, like a inner child thing where you're kind of shy about making your attraction known to someone, or you're the type that's like, no, I'm not going to do anything unless they do something or unless they say something. Could be something like that. but I get like you both are on the fence. Like, and I feel like it's just in this person's nature. And for you, I feel like it's spirits calling you out of maybe like a fear that you have or something that's kind of stemmed in like childhood protected. You are safe and divinely guided. So if you're worried about being embarrassed or doing or saying the wrong thing, you can't say or do the wrong thing when you're divinely guided. You know what I mean? So yeah. I feel like it's just a matter of being a little bit more open and forthcoming, because I feel like this person and you might mirror each other. It's like, no, you say something. Well, no, you say something. It's like that's the energy that you guys are putting off towards each other. Okay? That's what I'm seeing from this. Let me pull some more tarot. Let me see. Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I get like this person is very focused on, if this is like a work crush or something, this person is very focused on work. And even if not, it's like this person, they're not the most, what's the right word, like romantic person. With the Five of Cups, this person could be fear, fear rejection as well, just like you. Like they've gone through that. So I feel like they're not the type that jumps the gun. They kind of have to feel a situation out first before they're like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this person. I don't feel like they're that type. They're not easy to jump on something. Like they're very practical about it. They're very careful about it. Nadi, I just saw your submission too. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing from this. Somebody gotta break the ice. Long story short. Okay, so let me see. Nadi. Let me add you to the list. You and Jennifer. Let me see. Alright, so that was Anonymous A. I hope that was helpful, sis. I hope that encourages you, gives you a little bit more confidence. Don't be scared, okay? In other words. Alright, Miss Erica. Miss Erica, let's see what you got going on. Let's see. Where you at? Trying to find your question or your situation. Let me see. Today, 8:32. Okay. How does this person feel about her? What this person's carrying feelings that you allow me to tap into. This person that Erica is asking about. What is this person's carrying feelings? Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, Tower. What is going on? Queen of Swords. Okay. There might be a history of some type of like back and forth, or just a little bit of like not the most easiest history with this person. Okay, so this might be a connection. There's a lot of emotions involved. Unsettled emotions, or unresolved emotions, I should say, rather. The Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Tower. So, I'm getting like, for you, where you're at, like this person's feelings and where you're at, it might be like this person realizes how much they've actually put you through, or if it's not something that has happened, it's like what could happen. But I feel like strongly what is happening. Oh, somebody's trying to FaceTime me. Yeah, I just feel like this feeling from this situation is like it's a lot of unresolved issues or unresolved emotions, like heavy emotions here. Because I feel like this is a connection, or this person has put you through the wire. It feels like, And it's like this feeling I get from this, like where this person stands with you, is knowing that there's a lot at stake, or there was a lot maybe that is kind of not taken serious, or not, shouldn't say not taken serious, but this person didn't handle this situation nor you correctly, or in a way that was, in the way that you deserved. It kind of feels like this person may have put you through a lot, and they know that. With the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups, you might be in a position where you're wondering whether or not you should kind of stay hopeful or believe that there's still an opportunity, or is it just something that is meant to be lost? Because I feel like this person is reflecting on their shadows, what they have done to maybe cause some disruptions or cause pain in the situation. Like, I feel like they're looking at this. Water under the bridge. I don't know what that exactly means. Um, this person has, I don't know why I heard prison mindset. I don't know what the hell that means. Prison mindset. I do not know what that means, but I heard that. They're reflecting on what they've done, like the damage, or the damage that they possibly feel like they could have caused you. Because this Queen of Swords to me is like a woman that's been through a lot of stuff, and it's like she's wiser for it, but that doesn't excuse the pain. Two chopping cards. Doesn't excuse the fact that this person hurt you. So you got to pay attention to the red flags. Yeah. I feel like Spirit wants you to, from moving forward, to not discount. If you see something that's a little bit off about a person or shady, it's not to say that they're a bad person or necessarily to just completely count them out. But it's like, consider what you're seeing. Don't just go with it and be like, oh, and then later be mad at the person. Like, take it at what you see. Like, if your spirit is saying, okay, I see this about this person, I'm not really feeling that. Okay, so what do we do about it? Is this something that I need to address this person, ask questions, or is it something that I need to set healthy boundaries with this person? Or is it something like, okay, I'm going to take note of that and maybe not put too much, don't do too much just yet. Just kind of sit out and watch this person, or feel them out and see if they're even fit for me before I put too much energy, or before I sleep with this person, before I say yes to going out on a date. It's like, pay attention to what you see now. It's like that is the lesson maybe, or that's the wisdom to take from the situation. All right. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Much love to you, sis. I hope that was clarifying or made sense to you. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Miss Yaminah. Alright, so you have, okay, let's see. How does this guy even feel about you? Let's see what's going on with this situation. How does this person feel about you? How does this person currently respect her, peace, energy, message, let's take it on with me. Probably want to try to file. How does this person feel? What is going on? This person's energy will have to, dang. Six of Pentacles, try to file. Queen of Wands, Four Cups, the Magician, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Because the Six of Pentacles wants to come out for sure. The first thing that came to me is this person may feel like you're a little bit out of their league. And I feel like this person tries to make up for it in some type of way. They might exaggerate a little bit, like what they got going on, or what, their personality. They might try to hype it up a little bit, like to get your attention, or to look desirable to you, more desirable. I feel like this person kind of is intimidated by you as well, because the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, they're a part of a masculine suit. The wands and the swords are like phallic, this masculine energy. So this person could be a little bit intimidated by your energy. And they feel like you don't take no shit, or it's like you gotta come correct with you. So it's like I feel like their intentions are not to be deceptive, but they feel like they gotta put on a little bit and project, like, with the Magician, it's kind of like put on a little bit of an act for you to look valuable, more valuable, or more attractive. Another thing too is like this person could hold out a little bit until they feel like you're a little bit how do I explain it? Like, you know how some people, they'll hold back what they have or what they feel or what they want to do until they feel like the other person is giving it to them. They want to feel safe. It's kind of like a fear thing where, okay, I want to make sure that you're interested in me too. I'm not going to say or do this until I feel like a little more comfortable, like you feel the same, or until you do something that shows that you're into me. I kind of feel like this person holds back a little bit because of that. So in essence, I'm gonna be real, this person gives me low self-esteem vibes, but I feel like they do interest, like they are interested, excuse me, they do like you, they are interested. The Six of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Second chance and regret. So this could be somebody that you already gave a chance to in the past or something like that. The second chance and regret, and they feel like they may have effed up a little bit. So yeah, because the Six of Cups is here. So this could be someone that you already have a little bit of a past. I don't know if this is the same person that you asked about previously, because it kind of gives me the vibe of this is somebody that you already gave a chance to, and maybe things didn't really go right in the beginning or something. And they do feel genuine remorse for that. They want a second chance, obviously, with these two cards, but they want to play out a little bit and pretend like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I want to look like I'm doing good. I want to make it seem like I got more going on with me than I actually do, or like play out that I'm this, I got it like that, or something to make up for their insecurity. So you have the love, I was about to say the Lovers card, the Soulmate card, and the Engagement. So this person is equally interested and attracted to you. They may feel like a need to, take a chance on this connection. They may feel this sense of like, okay, this is someone worth really putting my time and energy and effort to, but they got some little, little issues here, little insecurities that they got to work through. Because the problem here with this is the Four of Cups energy is, to me, it's like a person that realizes that they got a good thing, but because of their own pride or their own fears, they may kind of cause issues where it shouldn't be issues there because of their own fears of rejection or fears of not being good enough or being let down. That's the risk that we take with love, is like it's not always going to, pan out the way that we exactly want it to. Sometimes it may be that you take a chance on love and it be not, the person for you, or you got to learn each other's love language. It's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. And I feel like this person knows that on a practical level, but their heart is a little guarded and they don't want to have to go through that, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this person and how they feel. Long story short. Alright, so that is your reading. I hope that was helpful. Let me know. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Miss Tuni. This is your reading. Let's move to Miss Tuni. Let's see what you got going on, ma'am. Okay. Okay, whatever Spirit has for you. Let's see. Alright, Tuni. Let's clear all previous energies and messages out for divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity for Miss Tuni. What does she need to know? What is that she needs to know? What is it she needs to know? What is that she needs to know? What does she needs to know? What does she need to know? Holy Spirit. This playlist kind of sucks. Okay. Ooh, girl, why you got so many men up in your mix? What's going on? Okay, so you have the King of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Five of Cups. Okay, I'm getting this energy potentially like these are potential opportunity, like love opportunities. I gotta change this playlist because this sucks. I'm sorry. It is not the business. I'm gonna just take a chance on this one. I don't know. What I'm getting is that there might be multiple opportunities or options for love that might be in the midst, or there's a particular person that you might have put in the seat as your emperor, or someone that you love. Because ironically, the ideal lovers of the deck for me is like the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, because it's like someone that is long term, someone that is serious, someone that is a provider. And then you got the King of Cups with someone that is emotionally mature, emotionally sound, aware, emotionally available. So these are like ideal lovers in the deck. So it could be like this person kind of fears that you might find someone better than them, even though you might hold this person in the position as the emperor. There is this fear of the potential of somebody else having your heart, someone who is better suited for you. Um, but also seeing themselves as kind of like maybe seeing the parts of themselves that they need to kind of have these qualities. They feel like they're lacking these qualities, these masculine energies. And what's interesting too is that the cups and the pentacles are feminine energies, like just how the swords and the wands are masculine energies, the cups and the pentacles. So someone that is more attentive, more available, more receptive in energy, where maybe they feel like they might have been a little bit too cruel or a little too domineering, and a little too masculine in their energies, where they feel like they need that balance. That's what I get from this. The Tower. This person is in heavy regret over maybe things how they went in the past with you with the Five of Cups. It's kind of like this person is down on themselves right now for whatever reason. Kind of picking at themselves a little bit, looking at the cups that have spilled over. This person could still be in a relationship, and that's a part of the reason, like they're feeling a lot of heavy energy, and they're placing the blame on themselves. So it's not anything that they're projecting out towards you or projecting against another person if they are still dealing with somebody. Give your relationship a chance and pay attention to the red flags. So yeah, they're not even sure if they deserve another chance with you, because of they see themselves as a red flag. Like, it's not funny, but sometimes, like, we check ourselves and really honest with ourselves, we might be able to see our toxicity or certain toxic traits that we have. And I feel like this person is at least owning that they have some toxic ways, or what toxic ways played a role in not really the demise, but that is the word I heard, the demise, or maybe how things went left between the two of you. They are owning up to their role, their part in that. Some type of blowout or something that they're referring to, that stands out to them, at least in their mind. True love. This love is emotionally, physical, and unconditional. So this person feels like they have the whole, with you, how they feel about you. It's not just sex. It's not just physical things. It's not just, oh, we get along. Like, this person genuinely has love for you. It's unconditional. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like right now this person is just in a place of reassessing their own actions, and they feel like they are lacking some qualities that you need and that you deserve, and they wouldn't be surprised if somebody else comes along. But I feel like that is a fear, though, that they have. So that's what I'm getting from this. So I would really discern, and if this person is not emotionally available for you, you really got to discern, is it something worth giving a chance, or what is spirit guiding you to do at this time? And I really believe that anytime that people are separated, or you're in your single season, make the most of that. Like, it's not a death sentence. It is a part. Single season, it's just a season in your life. Like, you're not going to be single forever, unless that's something that you believe that you're meant to experience, or that that's just what you desire and what you want genuinely. But if you know that you desire love and relationship, singleness is really just a season in your life, and it's not to be taken as a death sentence. It's not abnormal. It's not weird, even though society shames women or men that are single and choose to be single and live their life, take care of themselves. They're not projecting themselves out on partners and sex partners and dating. It's about you and your joy, your happiness, you getting yourself right, getting yourself together, enjoying yourself. making the most of your life experience, and also focusing on your passions and how can I be of service in this life. I'm single, so that must mean that this is a time for me, that this is a time for me to connect with, people, not just romantically, but to live my life abundantly. Just because I'm not with another person does not mean that this is a death sentence. It should never be you being with yourself looked at, and I feel like this is how people look at singlehood and how they shame other people. Is like, if you're not in a relationship or you're not married, even if that marriage is unhealthy, or even if that situation, or because you don't have a whole bunch of men or women that you're seeing or dating or sleeping with, that you're abnormal. Being with yourself is not abnormal. All you have is yourself when you come into this world, and when you leave it is you and God, source, right? So I don't understand why people make it seem like singleness is a death sentence and you're lonely and you're sad. Nah, enjoy your present set, like what you have with you. Your relationship with yourself is the most important. Even when you get into a relationship, just because you get into a relationship or even a marriage, even with the right person, you still have you still got to make sure that you're right. Your person can't be the sole source of your joy, the sole source of your purpose and reasoning for being here in life. That is your personal life experience, and vice versa. Your person is not, shouldn't look to you to be their source of joy and happiness. Your children cannot be your only sole source, because when they go off and they live their life, or if they pass away, God forbid, before you, that can't be your only source of light and happiness. Your job, you know what I mean? Your beauty, whatever you got, cannot be your sole source of who you are, your identity, or your purpose. It cannot. Singleness does not have to be it's not a death sentence. It's just a season where you're not in a relationship. You have time to do what you need to do, build a foundation relationship with yourself and God and people around you, and love people. And when it's time to date, you'll be able to date however healthily, however you choose to extend and share your energy, your body, whatever. Hopefully it'll be from a healthy place. But in the meantime, your singlehood does not have to be, oh, let me, hot girl summer, let me sleep with this dude. And that's not what it's about. It's about you. You can't make it about anybody else, right? I'm not just talking to Tuni. I feel like maybe some people need to hear that. It's not a death sentence by any means. It's not a bad thing. You're not this lonely broad or this lonely dude that can't get a woman. And some people, myself included, you choose singlehood until you know that you found somebody worth investing your time and your energy into, or maybe until you find the one. If marriage is your aim or your goal, you want to make sure that you're with the right person, right? You don't want to just be dating just to be dating, hopefully not, or marry somebody just because the first person that captures your attention. It's got to be somebody that vibes with you, someone that God sends. Like, you can manifest what you want, but hopefully manifest what's in the divine will for you. Like somebody that really matches your vibration and you them, where you don't got to force it to be something, or where you don't have to convince yourself to like that person or hope that they fall in love with you. But that two people that can come together and really build upon something because it's right. It's the right time, in your life. It just fits. It just goes. You could be 40 years old, you could be 50 years old and find the love of your life, but because that's the time that was right for you. Maybe your 30s were meant for you to cultivate and build yourself, or maybe your 30s were meant for you to focus on your business or your career, or you know what I mean? Like, it's your time. It's what's best and right for you. Nobody can say, oh, why you 40 something? You still single? Oh, why don't you have any kids? You're almost 30 something, blah, blah. It's your time. Don't be shamed by the clock of man and humanity. God dictates that. Your soul knows when you're ready for whatever, right? When you're ready to really be in a relationship, or when your spirit is like, okay, now I can invite this person. And it's not going to be necessarily always a perfect time. It's just when it's right for you and the circumstances, and it will make sense when it comes together. So that should alleviate a lot of stress to say, oh, I'm not married yet. Oh, I haven't had kids yet. Oh, I haven't graduated college. And everybody has their own time. Some people are not ready to go back to college until later on in life. Maybe it's right for them. You know what I mean? Or they finally found what they wanted to do. Maybe they didn't know at 20 years old what they wanted to do in life. and they didn't figure it out until 30 years old or 39 or 40, 50, 60. Hell, as long as you're here on this earth, you got breath, you still got time to make it happen. I've seen people have babies past the so-called biological clock timing and still had healthy babies. It's really based off of your time. Your journey is not to be measured and compared to another man or woman's time. It's just not. So hopefully that helps somebody. I don't know. Goodness. I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to do all that. But yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next read, Tuni. I hope that that reading was helpful. Miss Monica. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What is your... This phone be tripping. Monica. Okay. Holy Spirit. I'm going to put these two back because they fell face forward, but it's the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups that flew out face forward, but these flipped up. The Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm going to keep those out. Death. Yeah. I really feel like someone here, it could be the person that you're asking about, is really procrastinating on making a change that they're actually called to make. There's an opportunity for marriage here. I can't say specifically whether it's between the two of you or this is like available to one of you. That is what's for you here. I feel like this person is kind of holding up something here. The Seven of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Death. It's like almost like they're avoiding their evolution, their growth, their change. It's like a call to shift or to heal. It's like they're staying fixed and stagnant on something. You know how sometimes we can think that we may think that we gotta wait on spirit to make something happen or to bring something to pass, but it's really us that's prolonging the process where spirit is actually waiting on us. And that's the vibe that I get from this. Because your wedding or your marriage, what's for you, is there. And it could even be that by you waiting on this person, it's kind of keeping you from the blessing of marriage. I gotta be careful with that. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Let me see. Let go of control issues. Yeah. I'm going to be honest, sis. And I've never really picked this up for you. But it feels like to me like this could be somebody that's holding you back from having the person that you're supposed to be with. Because it's like they're not... I don't believe that... Because there's a free will choice and there's a divine choice. So free will, like we could choose a partner based off of what we want so badly. But the whole time spirit can have somebody for us that's really, really best. The best choice, best option. Right? Well, not even option, but just the best candidate. The one that spirit has got for you. While we can wait for somebody off of free will that we want to be with based off our own reasons. For some reason, I get like this person could be a soul tie. Goodness. And I would, encourage you to take this back to spirit first before you take my word. But I do feel that very strongly. Let go of control issues and healing family issues. So the only way to really know, or one of the ways I should say, to know like whether or not this is the person for you is when you start to heal some type of childhood wound. It's really going to expose the connection, whether this is something that is for you or whether it was just a trauma bond of some sort. I have to really be honest. It's like I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat what I'm seeing. I really feel that strongly. Like this is a connection. I feel like you gotta take it back to spirit, and there's something with healing that I feel like is really going to expose whether or not this is the person for you, or this is just a trauma bond, or is this a soul tie? Because you don't want to block your blessings, and I feel like the courage in this, and it's not easy because We've probably all been there before where we really wanted to be with someone and we may even believe them to be the person. But if it be that they're not that, the courage to say, God, I don't really know. I want to be with him or her, but if it's not them, I give them to you anyway. I release this to you because I can't do anything. You know, it's not happening the way that I would desire it to happen, or there's no movement. I just give this to you because I can't do anything with it. And if it be that this is my person, I trust that you'll bring us together. And if it's not them, you're going to bring me together with the right man that's meant for me. Or if you're, you know, if it's a woman, you're going to bring the right woman to me. But I'm not going to hold myself to something that's not meant, because I get that there is something for you that the divine has for you with the Four Wands and the Ace of Cups. Like, it's something that Spirit has for you. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision, so that might be a question. Do me and this person truly share the same vision long term? It's not just them saying out of their mouth, oh yeah, one day I would like that, but is it a true statement that that's really what they're wanting? That's really what they're striving for? Do they see me as that, or are they just keeping me, they're putting me on a shelf for a possibility that, okay, maybe when I'm ready, or maybe if I want that, I'll choose him or her. You gotta be straight up and be honest. And I know that nobody, you know, even if it's people cross-watching, they just want a message or clarity, it's not going to be something that people want to hear, but you're hurting. This is the thing I be telling people. You can discount or just try to run from something because you don't want to hear it, because it could be you're not ready to hear it, or you're running from the truth that it may not be that. But what's selfish to the person and what's harmful to you is that you could be holding yourself back. And I'm not just speaking to Monica. You could be holding yourself back from the person that's meant for you and the person that's meant for them, because we're only able to see what we want right now. And it says, I want this. But you're not even aware that what is best out there is for you, potentially. If it's not them, that there's someone that is best for you. And that best is not going to be settling for, oh, because Spirit said I got to give what I want up now, then that means I'm going to have to settle for something else. No. Spirit's going to give you something that makes sense to why it didn't work out with this person. If it's not them, it's like, okay, I'm so grateful that I didn't settle for what I thought I wanted, because this right here is just like amazing. It's beautiful. Like, let's put it in a perspective like this, hypothetically, like a Sierra. She was going to marry Future. She, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they were engaged. She was pregnant with his child. She thought that was her person, right? And so she went through what she went through, and she gave up that desire and said, I want a man like this, and I want God, I want you to bring this man into my life. And then she brought, and him and her, Russell and Sierra, brought together. I'm going to use that as an example. And that was what she needed. This person was able to show up for not only just her, but her child that was from another man. So sometimes we can block our blessings because we're so fixated on something that we want. And who's to say that Sierra wasn't trauma bonding? She wanted the bad boy because that was a desire that was coming from a wounded place, right? From a place of insecurity or low self-esteem in some instance. Until she chose herself and her child, she was able to attract a man that was a man, right? So that's just a hypothetical, because we can get real stubborn and be like, no, I want what I want and I don't want to hear nothing else about it. But it takes true wisdom and self-love to say, yeah, I want this person. But if it's not them, if it's not him, if it's not her, I trust you, God, with this, that you'll bring me the person that's for me. And if it's meant for me and this person to be together, that they'll show up in a way that they're supposed to show up, without my hand in it, without me controlling it, without me trying to push it to happen or force it to happen. But it will happen in the way that it's meant to happen. Because we're not little girls. We're not going to cry in the store and tell our moms, no, I want this Barbie, and if you don't get it, I'm going to throw a fit and I'm going to cross my arms and I'm going to be mad. Because there may be a reason why Spirit is saying no, right? There's always a reason why Spirit says no. And Spirit's not saying no as a punishment, but Spirit is saying no as a protection from you. Even if the person that's meant for you, they could be not ready, and Spirit can see that they're not ready. So to avoid you getting hurt and wasting your time and energy on a man or a woman that's not ready for you, they'll separate you. They'll put you over here and say, okay, this person needs to be worked on, cultivated, and so do you, because something inside of you that's attracted to this person that's not all the way to show up, you got to heal that within you. There's something that is okay with that. Or it could be because you love people and you like to fix people, but Spirit's like, nah, I need you to fix yourself, or allow me to feel and fix you and heal your heart, or to fix this person as well, because you can't do it. And that's okay. It really requires trust and faith and spirit to bring this together, because when we try to do everything on our own strength and our own mind, which is very limited and based off of only what we can see or what we've known or what other people tell us, or so much of our will is put into it, that we're not aligned with what Spirit's really trying to do. You know what I mean? Trust me, it's not easy. It's really not. But there's a point, and I have to be honest with myself, there's a point where you get tired of trying to make it happen on your own. And I'm not just speaking about love, but anything that you're trying to make happen in your life, if it's not in alignment, whether it be to divine timing or it's just not for you, and God knows that. And there's a reason why there's resistance. There's a reason why there's a stop and go. There's a reason why it's blocked, because it's either not for you or it's not the time for it. And just for us to say, okay, I let go of my own wants and needs right now that may not be in order with what is, because we're so fixated on what we want. We're a selfish people. Like, sometimes we can be so selfish, so self-centered, and we got to be careful with these ideologies of manifestation and, or I can manifest a specific person. These are demonic ideologies in a sense, because we're trying to force a will to happen, and it may not be something that's even aligned. Do we have the power of manifestation? Yes, but when we open our limitlessness to what is in divine order for us, not based off of a limitation and trying to fix and force and ordain and orchestrate things from the lower chakras, the lower self, from desperation, really, because that's what it is. It's hard to conceptualize that, because we've been taught that we can have whatever we want through law of attraction. That's a dangerous ideology. It is dangerous. It's dangerous. And some people don't want to hear that. And that's cool. That's fine. But yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, Monica. That wasn't only for you. I don't know if Spirit's just using me as a mouthpiece, because I don't know. Maybe some people need to hear that. We've all been there where we want what we want. We've tried and we push and we pull. We might get a little bit of a something that comes out of it, but it never sticks, because it's not ordained. It's not divine. It's not what's best sometimes, you know what I mean? Or it's just not time. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to go ahead, move on to the next reading. All right. Walu is not a fan favorite. She's just not. I gotta say what everybody wants to hear in order to be a fan favorite, and that's not happening. I'm not about to play them games. All right, Jennifer. Let's see, Jennifer. Where you at? Let me put on my piece, because the air conditioner came on, and I know that it. So let me put my mic piece in. All right, Jennifer, yours is a single read. Let's tap in and see what's going on with you, where your single energy is, the singlehood. What is it that you need to know? Let's see. Let's see. I pulled 4. If I need to clarify, I will. 2 of Swords in reverse. The Hermit, the 6 of Pentacles. Let me move this over here. Looks like kind of crooked. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So I feel like where you're at right now in your singlehood is really like navigating through trusting yourself. And what I mean by trusting yourself is like trusting the impressions and the feelings that you get beyond what you see in the physical. Like first and foremost, before trust is not, faith and trust is not based off of what you see first and foremost. It's what you sense and feel, what you envision. But in this instance, we're talking about your intuition. So it's more so like what you feel. You may not always have a reason, like if something feels off about a situation or a person, or you're led to do something and you don't know why you're led to do it, the reflection of that, or the physical evidence, that will come within time. But this is learning to trust even if you don't have the evidence. And that sometimes I feel like can be scary for us, because we feel like we're delusional because we don't have the physical proof first. But that's not how faith works. That's not how true guidance works. Because spirit and God is the unseen, right? So, and God also is a manifestation of the physical around us as well. But you got to trust in the unseen forces first, especially if it's something that you feel very strongly and it's not coming from an unsound place. It's not coming from a low vibrational place. It's not evil. It's not evil suggestions. It's not negative things, but you sense it. Even if it is a cautionary message, it comes with peace because you know it's coming from spirit. It's a sound guidance. It's like, with spirit, with God or the Holy Spirit, it's when you feel or sense something, it comes with wisdom and understanding. Okay, you're telling me that this party is probably not safe to go to, and I feel that strongly. Like, that could be taken as a negative, but in you it doesn't feel negative. It's like, okay, I know I shouldn't do that. There's a reason why spirit is telling me not to go, or spirit saying like, no, don't call this person. Spirit is saying just wait it out. Okay, I'm gonna trust it. Or spirit's like, that person doesn't have the best intentions. It's not gonna be like, oh, that person hates you. Oh, they jealous of you, girl. Don't. That's not God. You know what I mean? There's a difference in how it's done. So I feel like it's really you trusting yourself. With the Hermit card, I feel like where spirit wants you to place your focus with the Hermit card is more so on potentially, like, it could be purpose focused. It could be it's more so, I feel like, of intentful isolation, like not isolating yourself just because, or to avoid things or avoid people, but it's an intentful isolation. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's where spirit wants you to place your focus. Like, if you're called to spend time with yourself, is an intent behind it. There's a focus, there's a purpose. It's a purposeful isolation, if that makes sense. But it could be also like helping you where to steer your direction moving forward. That's in alignment with your best intentions, your best will. You might still need healing when it comes to your how you give and how you receive, and who you give your energy to, and why, and how much. You know, it's something about discerning your energetic investments, where you place your energy, where you invest your time and your energy, and to whom, you know, and what you take. Also, what your spirit is taking in, or who you're taking energy from. Is it a healthy transaction? Because it's like with food, like a person could be giving, but are they giving the good energy? Are they giving good things? You know what I mean? Or is it like some nasty food, like, you know, that's overcooked, undercooked, or it's contaminated? You don't just take anything, right? So there's something about healing in the areas of give and take, your exchange. And I really feel like, to prepare, you got, this could be the one card that wanted to come out. You might be questioning whether or not you've met the right person. And I do feel like it's going to be with someone that you have chemistry with, but that's not going to be the only thing that stands, though. There's more to it. There's more substance behind it. And this is somebody that may be very available. Like, this man is like kissing her hand, and she's kind of looking at him like, okay, this is different. So this could be somebody that is different in a way of how they give, or how they show their affections. It could be very open, very welcoming, very intentional, where maybe other people, it felt kind of like weird, very fast, very awkward, or very sexual based, or flirty, or like this player pimp type approach, where this person is kind of gentle, but it's very assertive too at the same time. With the Nine of Pentacles, your preparation for the right person really depends upon how you nurture yourself and how you give to yourself in this time, or where you place your energy, your time, and your investments when it comes to you. Okay, that's really what I'm picking up from this. Let me pull one more. Interference. So this external party, it says, is intruding on your relationship. So this could be intruding on the relationship with yourself. Anybody that is an interference, someone that is people, it doesn't have to be romantic, but people in general in your life, or anybody that tries to come in, are they a disruption or are they an edification? Are they an addition or are they subtracting from you? And to be very, very and not protective in a sense where you don't let anybody in and you guard yourself, but from a place where they can't get past the fence of protection, that hedge of protection that's over you, is a big thing. So I hope that that helps you, and I hope that resonates with you. All right, sis, that was your reading. Much love. Let's go ahead and move on to the next read. These playlists, I'm telling you, like, they just, Apple, what you doing? I think I'm picking the wrong ones because some of this is a hit or miss. Okay, Nadi. Okay. Let me see. Let's see what's going on with you and your person. If you guys would like to submit a question, my list is still open. It was kind of short tonight. So if you guys are still interested, you're more than welcome to submit a mini love read, whether it's a singles, how do they feel, an extended, or if you guys would like to ask 3 love questions. All of the information is in the description. I also have the links available to my website, or you guys can pay via Cash App. That is still available. Okay, so the list is updated so far. Let's clear our previous energies. Holy Spirit, I thank you for divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity. I have a sip of my lemonade. My throat is dry. Thank you, Spirit. For your divine guidance. Oh, okay. Okay, you got quite a bit of cards. Okay, just saying. Let's move her down here. Okay, you have the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, High Priestess, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. So intuition is a big thing right now, like for you really to hone and tap into or honor your guidance, your intuition, and more so what you're sensing, what you feel. Okay, pay attention to that. I'm getting there's a lot of messages that you're receiving with the 8 of Wands. The Knight of Swords could very well be this person. This person might be trying to, it's like they're trying to reach something, but it's like it may be like a little bit of pushback, and it only could be because it's just not quite the time yet for this person to express what they want to express. There's like a, you know, when you feel like the energy to do something, you're like, okay, I feel like I could do it. Okay, let me do it. Because if I don't do it now, I'm probably never going to do it. It's that type of feeling. But this person is getting pushed back because Spirit's like, even though you got that zeal, like that's cute and everything, but hold that for a second. It's not quite time. With this Ace of Pentacles, it could be like this person senses that there's an opportunity to really ground something between the two of you. Like a physical, tangible thing that it has a potential to be grounded, and they could be anxious about the window of time, but there's nothing really encouraging this person yet. I feel like keep that momentum, Spirit is saying, but it's not quite time. And with the High Priestess, it's like you guys might kind of, you sense something. Definitely with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, it's giving strong intuitive nudges. Like this is a strong intuitive energy. The High Priestess that paired with the Queen of Cups to me is like a strong, someone that has a strong sense of knowing and feeling things. They sense things deeply. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse, again, it's kind of like Spirit is saying to wait on something. This is really about timing. What is this? Because it's almost like you guys got to work in collaboration with each other. Like one of you might be ready for something where the other person doesn't quite feel ready, or it's just like one person's not in the same space or energy yet. Because it's like this has to be a mutual thing. Reconciliation could literally be that. Or there's a need for a heart-to-heart conversation. It's just not quite time yet. But that doesn't mean that it's never going to be time. It's just not time yet. Because I feel like this person is like they're physically ready, and whereas you might be like spiritually in the space, but you're not physically ready for whatever this energy is. If that makes sense. Dang. You have past life relationship, stability, awakening, balance. So yeah, this to me feels like there's time, like this is a divine time thing. So this past life love doesn't necessarily have to be the past life connection, like another lifetime, but more so specifically like past dealings with a person. With the stability card, I feel like this is what's potentially here, making something potentially stable or grounded between the two of you, something that stands the test of time. But it has to be balanced. You guys got to be on the same accord, because if not, it will be like one person is ready and available or giving, whereas the other person is not available or ready to show up fully somehow in this connection, what is required of it or what's desired in some sense. You have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. So it could be that like you guys are not done with some type of process maybe of you know, preparing for whatever this energy is. Like you guys could still be going through some type of spiritual upgrade, healing process, getting downloads and revelations, or just maturing phase of the connection. So I don't know if that makes sense. Because yeah, this person's eager, and I feel like whatever the eagerness is coming from, it's not a bad thing, you know. It's not. But it's like they feel this, I gotta do it now. Like, I gotta do it. Like, I gotta say this, I gotta do this. Where spirit might be like, you just wait a little bit. It's okay. Like, just chillax. It's not quite time. And it could be something that they just want to get off their chest. They want to say it. They just want to do it. You know how, like I said, you're anxious, you're excited. You feel like, okay, I'm not in a place of fear. I can do this. If I don't do it now, I don't know if I'll be as courageous. If I don't say it, if I don't do it now. But spirit is like, it's not quite time, so just, you know, relax, it's okay. So yeah, but that's really it, and that's all the readings. I don't know if anybody else is going to get a read tonight, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that those that I read for tonight, that this was helpful. Anyone that might have been cross watching or just watching maybe to get some guidance for themselves, you know, hopefully you got what you needed, because it was a mouthful in some of those parts, and I wasn't trying to like come at anybody. You know, sometimes when spirit comes over me, I get really passionate, and it's all from love, because I really, you guys, one of the biggest things that I desire for people is to have healthy love and relationships in their life, and steer clear of you know, being in unhealthy relationships or holding themselves in these toxic bonds, or, you know, just self-love is a big thing. So that's really what it is. And I know that not everybody's going to agree with me, because if you're not telling people what they want to hear or feeding into people's delusions, they don't like you and they don't want to hear what you have to say. And granted, you don't have to take anything I say. You know, even if it does resonate with you, you're going to get whatever you need to get, whatever spirit's trying to convey to you. It may not come from me. You know, you may reject it. It might have to come through somebody else, or it might have to be an experience that you have. But, you know, hopefully you take heed to when spirit is speaking to you, whomever or however spirit speaks. And that we release stubbornness of holding on to things or people that are not for us, you know, because at the end of the day, spirit is not here to punish us. God, or whatever you want to call source, is not here to punish us by taking away things or people that are not for us, but rather protect us because they love us and they want the best for us. And what's best for us, you'll only be able to experience if you allow yourself to receive that. Because you can stay stuck in something that is painful, but you can't blame God and be like, oh, I thought this person was my twin flame, or I thought my soulmate. Why aren't they coming? Or why aren't they doing this? Why do they keep doing this? Because God then showed you in so many ways and told you through maybe out of this person's mouth that they're not it. But the heart can be deceptive sometimes because it wants what it wants. So that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, love energy is a very touchy subject. it is what it is, you know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why I love doing love readings, because of the part of helping people, even if it's encouraging them in a way that people are like, yes, sis, oh yeah, that's speaking to me, like in a way that feels good. And I also got to take into account that sometimes when I speak, it ain't gonna feel good to everybody. It might sting a little bit, but nonetheless, it's still needed, you know what I mean? So that's why I love doing these readings, not to feed people's ego or to feed them what they want to hear all the time, because what we want to hear sometimes, you know, is not always what we need to hear, and it's not always what's true. Okay, so yeah, much love as always, y'all. Be blessed, be safe, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Peace.